Hello, my loves. I am so late to doing this. I was gonna rank Madonna's debut album a few weeks ago because it was the 40th anniversary of it, and I don't know why. I literally just did not get around to doing it, and I kind of forgot about it. But today I'm going to be ranking it. We can pretend that it's the 40th anniversary today. So I'm going to be talking about Madonna, the iconic debut album. I know that word is overused. This one literally is iconic. This is one of the most legendary albums of all time. And I am just excited to talk about it. I love Madonna. I love all of her albums. And this one is no exception. So I'm going to be talking about my least personal favorites to my personal favorites. So starting at number 8, I have I Know It. This one I like. I just feel like it's the most fillery. Like, it's not the most essential song. I don't think that if you removed it, I would necessarily miss it. But I also don't think it has no place on this album. Like, I think it definitely serves a decent enough purpose, as in it's just a good dance song. Like, this whole album is just a very, like, synthy 80s dance album, and that's what this song is. Like, it's just a very, like, basic, average, run-of-the-mill 80s song. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying I don't think it necessarily stands out, especially on this album, which is full of some of the most legendary hit songs of all time. So that's why it's at number 8. I still enjoy it though. Like, it's still a really good song. Number 7 is Think of Me, sort of for the same reasons as the last one, but I think this one has a little bit more, I don't know, juice to it. I don't know if that's really the right word. I just think that it's catchier. I think there's a little bit more energy to it. I feel like I Know It sounds like it was written in like 2 minutes. That sounds like really shady, but I don't know. It just, I Know It never was like wicked catchy to me, and Think of Me is a lot more catchier. So that's why I really enjoy it a lot more. I just think of Me is a really fun, like kind of bubbly, upbeat, synthy 80s track. And there's like not much more to it that I can really say. I think that this is such a like quintessential sounding song. Like, this whole album in general is like, in my opinion, the blueprint for like 80s throwback music. Like, I feel like if you want to make an 80s throwback record, like, this is one that you need to draw inspiration from, because it is so that sound. And Think of Me is like such a prime example of that. Like, this is such a like classic 80s synthy dance track. And Madonna herself is just giving like such a great performance. I feel like on this album, you really hear her hunger. Like, you could tell, like, she was so hungry to be the queen of pop, and you could just tell that on this song. Like, she's giving you, like, drama, but also, like, fun. Like, you totally believe her when she's saying, "You better think of me." Like, bitch, you better be thinking of her. But there's, like, just a playful spirit to it. I don't know. I think it's because of the production, and again, just how, like, synthy and electronic it is. It just gives the song, like, so much bounce that really complements Madonna's more like high-pitched vocals. I feel like on her earlier albums, you really see where Britney took inspiration, because I feel like they definitely both have like the baby voice thing kind of going on. And on this album, you really hear it. Like, Madonna is very like high-pitched on this one. And I feel like on Like a Virgin, she went even like more into that. Like, she sounds like damn near squeaky on Like a Virgin, and you definitely hear like where Britney took inspiration. But yeah, this song, I just think that it's a really fun song. Like, it's not necessarily the most special song, but it is still really great. And we also have to remember, like, we have just been so inundated with 80s throwback sounds that when you actually look at what music was being made in the 80s, it might not seem as special to us now, because we're just so like used to it, and we need something that stands out more. But this was the album that literally is the blueprint for what the 80s sounded like. I mean, not just this album, but this is one of them that serves as the inspiration for so much of the music from that decade. So yeah, we might look back on some of the songs and be like, oh, it's okay, it's whatever. But we have these songs to thank for what other artists are doing nowadays, or have been doing for like years, when they want to make an 80s throwback. Like, this is the blueprint. It's songs like this and albums like this that serve as the template for what this decade sounded like. And that is why it just deserves so much respect. Okay, anyways, tangent over. Number 6 is Physical Attraction. I love the song. I just think that it's such a nice, like, long dance track. Like, this is a great, like, settling down dance track. Like, I feel like this one should be played at the end of the night, and you're, like, half dancing with your girls, but you're also kind of drunk, you're kind of tired, and you just sort of want to go home, but you're enjoying the song too much. Like, that is what this song gives me. Like, it gives me the last song of the night, and I love it because it's, like, nice and long. It takes its time, and Madonna is giving you, like, sexy. She's giving you playfulness. She's giving you the girl who's dancing at the bar, and she looks over and she's, like, sipping her drink, and she's giving you flirty eyes. That is what the song is. There's just such a playfulness to it, and I love it. Physical Attraction is just such a great song. Like, it's so catchy. It's so, again, synthy, 80s, like everything, like I've been saying about all the songs. There's just such a quintessential quality to it that makes it sound so of its era. And could it be seen as dated? Sure, but you know what? If they played this at a bar or at a club, like, I would enjoy it. Like, I'd be getting up dancing. This is a bop. I love the little, like, backing vocals in the chorus where she's like, it's a physical attraction, and then there's the little bups. Like, it's so cute. It's just so, like, girly. I just, like, really love the song because there's just, like, such a feminine energy to it that I just think makes it really enjoyable. I just really love Physical Attraction. I feel like this is a really underrated Madonna deep cut. Is it necessarily, like, the deepest song? No, but it doesn't need to be. Like, it's a fun dance track, and that's really all you need sometimes. So yeah, I definitely love this one. Get into it if you've never heard it. Number 5 is Everybody, the iconic debut single. I like this one for the same reason as Physical Attraction. I feel like this is just a nice, like, long dance track, and again, it's just super catchy, super fun. I just feel like it's a feel-good track. Like, I could just throw this on at any time of the day and just, like, lightly bop along to it. Like, this is really one that you could just, like, lightly dance to. I feel like this is a good, like, doing the chores around the house kind of song. Like, I feel like I would vacuum to the song. I don't know, it just, like, gives me that energy. But Everybody, it's a classic. I mean, what else can you say about it? It is a stone cold classic. And speaking of classics, number 4 is Borderline. I used to listen to this song literally all the time. When I was first getting into music, the two main artists that I listened to was Britney and Madonna, and somehow I still didn't know I was gay, but whatever. But this song was always one of my favorites, and the other songs I'll be talking about were also my favorites, but this one I would just, like, listen to every single day because it's so, like, light and airy and just enjoyable. Like, this is a bright summer day as a song, I feel. Like, I just feel like the production itself just sounds so, like, sunny. Like, there's just such a bright quality to the song. When I hear the song, I see, like, yellow, I see sunshine, I see you hanging out with your friends at, like, the soda shop. I don't know why the soda shop is the first thing that came to my mind, but that's just what the song gives me. It gives me good times. Like, I just really do enjoy how it sounds. It just sounds very upbeat. Like, I consider this one the serotonin booster of this album because it just puts me in a better frame of mind. I just feel like you can't listen to the song and not be happy from it. Like, she just sounds, like, so radiant in it. Like, she is so in love with this man, and he's pushing her love to the borderline. I actually never understood what that meant. Like, is that supposed to mean that she's at the borderline of falling in love? Like, that's kind of always how I sort of interpreted it. I don't know. But she just sounds, like, really love-struck in the song, and it's adorable. I just think Borderline is such an adorable song. And obviously, like, I'll say it again, iconic. And I know I keep saying that word, but, like, literally all the singles from this album are iconic, so we're just gonna have to deal with it. Number 3 is Burning Up. This is when I really get into, like, all-time favorite Madonna songs. Like, the top 3 on this album for me are probably in my top, like, 30. I don't know. I, like, need to stop making bold claims like this because I'm not sure, but, like, I feel like Burning Up is definitely at least in my top, like, 30 favorite Madonna songs at the very least. Burning Up is a bop. Like, this is a pop rock banger. I just love the guitar production. I love how, like, much of a rock chick she sounds in it. Like, she is giving you rock and roll fantasy. And I also just love, like, how boundary pushing this must have been for the time. Like, yeah, obviously nowadays a song like this is very tame, but again, we have to remember, like, this was the 80s and it was definitely a lot more, like, conservative back then. So to have Madonna making a song like this that's very sexually, like, energized, and she's also acting as, like, the aggressor, like, she's the one that's pursuing this man. Like, that must have been so insane at the time. Like, people probably never saw that or were used to a woman in music doing something like that. And I mean, that's obviously why, like, I just have so much respect for her. Like, she was such an innovator in that respect. But Burning Up, I just think that this is such a horny bop. Like, I just love how horny she is in the song. She is burning up for your love. Like, you could just hear it in her voice. Like, the thirst is there. Like, this girl will not stop going after this man. Like, he is always closing the door, and that only makes her want him more. Like, I just love it. Like, this is just such a great horny bop. Like, what else can you say? And also, like, I am dying to hear the song live one day. I know she's kicking off her tour. I don't know if she already did or if she's gonna, but I was gonna see her in August, but then, like, it got postponed. But I just really hope she does this one live. I don't know if she's gonna, but I feel like since it's supposed to be a celebration of her music and, like, her overall career, like, this one has to be on there. I don't know. I just feel like this was definitely a big moment for her and still one that people love. I know Britney loves the song. Britney has performed the song a few times, I think. And, like, this one is definitely a fun one to perform, I feel. I feel like this is one that you could get into because it is just so, like, extra. Like, I just really sense the horniness in it again. Like, I just love how horny it is. And I feel like Britney definitely appreciates that. Like, Britney is horny as hell. Like, I just really feel like she suits the song very well. And you could see when she's singing it. I forget what tour it was that she did. Did she do this at the Femme Fatale tour? I'm, like, totally blanking, but I remember seeing her sing this, and, like, she was just so into it. Like, you could tell, like, she was absolutely loving it. And I mean, yeah, this song just lends itself to being performed live. It is just such a rocking, horny track. Number 2 is Holiday. I'm so sorry. I should not be singing, but, like, I cannot not say Holiday without singing it. Holiday is the other serotonin booster of this album. I just adore this song. Everything from those beautiful strings and the synths and Madonna's just upbeat, like, lively performance just makes the song one that you need to dance to. Like, you need to dance to this song. There is crack in this song. It is just beaming with positivity. Like, that's what I love the song so much for. Like, it's radiant. Like, you really just want to go and take a holiday when you listen to it. It's just so, like, relatable too. Like, I feel like the best dance songs are ones that have a relatable message, but they're relayed in a very simple way. Like, this song isn't lyrically deep, but it's something that everyone could relate to. It's, we need a holiday. Like, yeah, that's basically it. Like, let's get out of here. Let's go on vacation. And the thing is, like, it works so well because the music itself just sounds inspiring. I don't know, like, whenever I hear the song, I just feel, like, inspired. And I don't know if that's just because I think it is the strings, like the violin or whatever the string instrument that they're using in it. That is the production choice that I think really makes the song stand out. I just feel like it gives the song so much character and it gives it its liveliness and it just contributes to the atmosphere of it. It really does just make you feel good. Like, this song just makes me feel good. I don't know. Like I said, it's the serotonin booster. This one and Borderline, I feel, are the most, like, upbeat, happiest sounding songs on this album, and that's why I love them so much. Like, they just put me in a better mood whenever I listen to them. And speaking of being in a better mood when I listen to them, number 1 is a Lucky Star. Lucky Star is literally the definition of a classic. This is one of my all-time favorite Madonna songs. I remember I played this song out when I first was getting into her music. Like, I feel like this was probably the one I actually listened to the most because it's so insanely catchy. You can't get it out of your head. Like, it really is one of the catchiest pop songs ever made. There is crack in this chorus. There is something that she laced in this song that has made it not leave my mind ever since I first heard it. I heard the song at the club like a few weeks ago. They did a Madonna night. They were doing like a celebration for this album. And so they were playing like all of her music, not just from this album, but like in general. And when the song came on, I was just like, oh my god, give me space. Like, give me space. I needed room. This song just makes me go off so much. I think it's simply one of the most well-done pop songs, like, ever. Like, this really is one that should just be studied because everything about it is just perfect. Like, the verses are so catchy, the production is just so perfectly 80s. I love the bridge when she's going, "Shine your heavenly body tonight." Like, the drama of that part, like, it gets all like kind of slower, the music gets a little more dramatic. I love it. I love the writing in the song. I just think that it's a great, simple pop song, lyrically speaking. Like, "You must be my lucky star, cause you make the darkness seem so far." That's, like, brilliant because it's so simple, and it's like you get it. Like, it's not the deepest thing, it's not Shakespeare, but it shouldn't be. Like, this is pop, this is mainstream accessible, and writing something like that is very difficult to do. Like, to have something that sounds general enough that everyone just gets it upon first listen, like, that is a really hard thing to do, and I think Lucky Star is a great example of that, because you just kind of get it. Like, when you hear her sing, "You must be my lucky star, because you shine on me wherever you are," it just makes sense. Like, you just get it, and I just think that, yeah, this song is perfect. Like, this is just a perfect pop song. I just can go on and on about this song. I have always, like, championed Lucky Star as being one of Madonna's best singles, and I feel like that's not, like, the most uncommonly held opinion. I feel like a lot of people think that, but it's just one that I feel deserves all of its flowers. Lucky Star is such a classic song. Right as I finish this video, I'm literally gonna listen to it because now it's stuck in my head right now. But that is my ranking of Madonna. I know this was kind of a shorter one, but I feel like with this album, like, really, what can you say about everything? Like, we know it. We understand why this album is one of the most legendary of all time. So it's really like, what else can you say about them? Like, we all know why Lucky Star is a bop. We all know why Holiday is classic. We all know why Burning Up is iconic. So what else can I say aside from this album slaps? Like, it is just such a tight album. I love how it's 8 songs. Like, it's very concise. This is one that you could just throw on and there's really no skips. Like, even I Know It and Think of Me, I know I said, like, I'm not the hugest fan of them, but they're still not skips for me because they're still great and they still fit in perfectly with the rest of the album. This is just such a great, complete package. I feel like this album is so complete. Like, it just feels fully realized. Like, this is a great debut because it just instantly, like, established Madonna, the pop star, and you really just understood what she was about from this album, and then she would expand upon that later with Like a Virgin and True Blue and Like a Prayer and everything. But this was such a great starting point. I feel like this was such a strong debut, and I think that it does hold up. Like, even though it is definitely very 80s sounding, these are still songs that you could dance to. These are still songs that I'll just regularly spin because I'm in the mood for them. I just really don't think that this album has gotten old at all. And I am so sorry that it took me this long to get to. Like I said, I was going to do it for the 40th anniversary, but I just literally forgot and did some other album rankings. And then today, just randomly, I was like, oh my god, wait a minute, I forgot I was supposed to do Madonna. But I am so sorry, Madge. Please don't come for me. I know she's probably watching, obviously. Bet she's a huge fan of the channel. But thank you guys for listening. Tell me what your guys' favorites from this album are, and I will see you next time.